Hey, welcome back to MCOC Noxie, the master of mediocre gameplay. Our alliance is 4 and 5 in Season 34 of Alliance 4. The opponent has banned Torch, Spidey99, and Beardo, which should make you think what kind of boss they're going to have, and you'd be right. It's going to be a Mystic. Man, this is a rough war, guys. This is, man, just stay locked in for this video if you want to see me play very poorly, which includes taking an L against a rank 4 Nick Fury. There we got a Mole Man, Luke Cage. There's the familiar big boy Paco on node 24. That's all mine. There's the rank 4 Nick and Sorcerer up there. And those are going to be, I think, let's look at Mini Island. Yeah. So there's that Mojo on boss duty there, which makes sense with their bans. So Mole Man is only a rank 5, probably Sig 200. You know, Mole Man can be tricky if you play stupidly. Guess what? I'm going to. Alright, so this fight just begins the frustration that is this war. I wasn't, obviously, I forgot what Mole Man SP1 does. And then I, of course, dive into his block. And so it's just going great. It's going great here. When I took the shock on that L1, I literally had forgotten what Mole Man's L1 does for a second, and I was confusing it with the L2. So I was backing up thinking, okay, he's going to go underground, he's going to pop up and all this stuff instead of just the shock. So just like a strange brain fart there. And then I actually, look, I did it. Just hit right into Mole Man's block, which, it's not what you want to do. He's really not that difficult of a defender if you just play smart. Now, he can shrug everything, so it makes the fight go on. He has resistances. You got to put a lot of hits on him. But, his SP1 and 2 are very easy to evade. Don't hit him with his block like a moron. And you'll probably be fine. So, look, SP1. Look how easy it is to evade. One dash back. Or two dash backs, I guess. The original dash back and then the simple dash back from the shock bolt that's coming at you. And goodness gracious. I didn't even let myself see how many hits I took. It was probably over 10. Here's a Luke Cage, which I always want to call Nick Cage. But here's Luke Cage. I think even this fight goes poorly. I think even this fight is just not great. So I put on a regen boost. Like, golly, man. I have to heal all the way back up. Nick, I almost called Nick. Luke Cage is an easy defender, right? It's not hard. And so the regen boost is doing its work. Boosting me back up there. Got caught in a dash back. That's fun. He punched me twice, which is awesome. Could have been much more painful. Just trying to keep my infections up there. SP2 doesn't do very much damage. So just keep the infections going. I got like 4 infections up there now. A ton of infections. He's indestructible, so just keep pounding in. Give me a little infection. Wearing him down. Got to the SP2. He's indestructible, so far away, so should do it. Oh. So not as bad as I thought that fight went. Yeah, I took 2 hits on that dash back. Still had to put in 81. Alright, so here's a big boy Paco, rank 3. APOC is, I think I fought him 3 straight wars here. Pretty sure. Put on a regen boost. Just feeling confident, I guess. So the fight is, don't let him just aimlessly hit into your block. You don't have to, with Nebula here, really focus on the amp charges because his specials will give you tons of amp charge. So when you have time, like I had right there, you can boost him up. That's fine. You can build the amp charges. But just know that you don't want him hitting into your block because of Bubble Shield. It reduces your blocks. And once he gets to 10, he goes unblockable. Boom, boom, and then evade. I'm going to tell you guys, if you are not doing that, if you're just taking all 3 hits into the block, to be careful because, you know, it's Alliance War, which I get, you're missing something. It is such an easy evade, that last one. You just count it in your head, like 1, 2, evade. 1, 2, evade. 1, 2, evade. It's a very rhythmic evade. It's very simple. You want to keep him only to his SP1 unless you are a master of the SP2 evade. And by the way, I am not, so I am just letting his special one build my amp charges. See? Took it from a very low number up to like I think 10 or 11 right there. And I think now if I parry him, he's going to die. Let's see here. I'm at 14, yeah. So just watch this. 1, 2, evade. It's not hard. Not hard. If you're not doing that, I would encourage you to learn it because, you know, I know it doesn't take a lot of damage in the block, but hey, if you can take no damage 100% of the time, yeah, it might be a smart choice. So that was a really clean fight against that big boy APOC on one of the harder nodes on the map. Now we've got a rank 4 Nick Fury. I don't know about you, but when I see Nick Fury, my heart skips a beat, and not in a good way. Like, it's always like, okay, focus. I know how to fight Nick Fury, theoretically, and even practically, but he's still one of the, I don't know, 2 or 3 defenders that every time I see him, I'm like, crud. Nova is in that group. There's a couple others. It's just like, dang it, I hate fighting this guy. And so I've got a bleed immune, which is good. Warlock is good for this fight. He's perfect for the node, and he's good for this fight. So in the first life, the idea here is parry heavy and bleed him down. Don't give him a lot of attack charges. Every time you parry him, he's going to take away one of his attack charges, which is good because you do not, or I do not want to face unblockable Nick Fury. So I got up to an SP2, which is kind of where I want to be, and you're going to see I get pushed beyond that, which is not really what I want. And so everything's going good. I mean, things are going great. Now you're going to see it gets tricky when he goes to his real Nick Fury phase here. It throws me. And then he does what the AI does now, which is parries me. If it blocks me, he parries me. So right here, parries me. Bop, 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 bop. What is that, like 80% of my health in one combo? And it is a rank 4, and Nick Fury does insane damage. Thankfully, at that point, I did have my SP3 to get back the adrenaline and to heal up a little bit. Well, I actually didn't have my infection up, so I didn't heal at all. So, real Nick Fury is draining, and you're just going to see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, so here's the thing. This is not an excuse, but it is an explanation. It was after midnight, and I had a 12-hour workday, and I knew going into that Nick Fury fight, that Nick Fury fight was separate from the first 2 fights. I know the APOC and the Nick Fury fight were separate. I knew I was tired and not sharp. But, you know, when you got a big fight in front of you, you kind of get up for it, right? And so I'd boosted up pretty big for the APOC fight, and I wanted to use those boots and finish off my lane for the war. And I just was not mentally sharp. You're going to see it here in this next fight too. I revive Warlock and go back in again and fight him. And I do get him down this time. But you're going to see I just make some of the same mistakes. They're not... They're incredibly stupid mistakes. Like pounding into his block 5 times, right? Like that'll get you killed, man. And it did. I hadn't played it perfectly, but I mean, there I did it again, right? The boom, boom, boom. And I'm just like, are you serious? I think I just yelled. I was in a far room in my house where my family, who was all asleep, couldn't hear me, and I just like raised my voice. It's just like, so now I'm awake. Now I'm feeling like my stupidity has brought the sharpness that I was hoping that the fight would bring itself, right? And so now I'm upset and I'm awake, and I see that lost attack bonus there, and I'm just like, goodness gracious, I did that. I did that to my team. I did that to my alliance. And you're gonna see this fight doesn't go well either. I have a miss here, and I'm yelling again. I'm like, what is happening? I didn't take this fight seriously enough. I know how to fight Sorcerer. I have like everyone, I guess. I have a rank 5 SIG 200 Sorcerer. I know how to fight her and how to fight with her. Like, I know what she does. And you're gonna see like this fight gets really sketch as well. And she's like one of the easiest fights in the world, I think. But she's got the mystic node on her, and goodness gracious. I think I take more hits if I'm not. Yeah, there it is. Boom, boom, boom. And I thought I was dead there. And I literally said, "Don't die!" Like I just yelled at myself, "Don't die!" Because if I can pull out this fight, I don't care if I have 1% health. Then you know, only that Nick Fury death got me. So there it is. I hate dying to Nick Fury. I hate dying at all, of course, to anyone. But that Nick Fury, like I had to have that. I wanted it, and I played really stupidly. I had like that brain fog. I just was not sharp. All right, it looks like we're going to win this war, guys. So that's going to take us to 5-5, which feels good to break back to 500, I guess. All right, you guys come back and check out War 11. Y'all be good. Bye.